Picture this. The year is 1923. You find yourself in the heart of America's wilderness, surrounded by towering trees and the crackling fire. Suddenly, who should join you but some of the most influential figures of the time? No, this isn't a scene from a history movie. It was a regular camping trip for an unusual trio, Ford, Edison, and Firestone. Yes, we're talking about three legendary figures who not only shaped the course of American history, but also found solace and adventure in the great outdoors. Join us as we take a closer look at these iconic individuals and their epic camping adventures. Henry Ford, the man behind the Ford Motor Company; Thomas Edison, the famed inventor; and Harvey Firestone, the rubber baron whose tires made automobiles practical, were more than just friends. They were adventurers, explorers, and above all, vagabonds. The term doesn't refer to their lifestyle, but rather to a camping club they formed, aptly named the Vagabonds. Their first expedition took place in 1914 when Edison, a seasoned camper, led the way through the Adirondack Mountains in New York State. Despite lacking previous camping experience, Ford quickly caught on, even learning how to cook meals over an open fire. The following year, their group expanded to include Firestone's son, also named Harvey, along with two of Edison's associates, Charles S. Whitman and George H. Parker. In 1916, the Vagabonds ventured into the Virginias, exploring areas around Monterey, the New River Gorge, and the Bluestone River. These early trips established a pattern that would become a hallmark of their adventures. Each member of the group contributed unique skills and experiences, creating a dynamic and engaging atmosphere. For instance, Ford, with his practical knowledge of machinery, often took charge of building and maintaining their camps. Meanwhile, Edison, with his extensive travels, played a pivotal role in navigating the routes. But it wasn't just about setting up camp or finding their way. The Vagabonds sought a true getaway from civilization, shunning such luxuries as beds, chairs, and even newspapers. This commitment to roughing it out in the wilderness fostered a sense of camaraderie and mutual respect among the group members. As their camping trips continued, the Vagabonds' expeditions became more ambitious, taking them further into the heart of the American wilderness. One particular journey in the early 1920s saw the group traveling down the Salmon River in Idaho. This rafting adventure was not without its challenges, as the Vagabonds had to navigate through rapids and at one point even transport their equipment on foot due to low water levels. Despite these challenges, the group persevered, showcasing the strength of their bond and their shared love for the outdoors. Now let's delve into the intriguing question: why did these legendary figures choose to spend their leisure time camping? For Ford, it offered a chance to escape the pressures of his highly successful yet demanding business empire. Camping allowed him to immerse himself in nature, a passion he had harbored since his youth. His close friend and confidant, Edison, too, found solace in the tranquility of the wilderness. Having experienced the loss of his wife, Mary, in 1928, Edison threw himself into his work and outdoor adventures. Camping provided him a respite from his busy schedule, a chance to unwind and reconnect with his adventurous spirit. Firestone, on the other hand, had a more pragmatic approach to camping. A firm believer in the therapeutic benefits of the outdoors, he saw camping as a way to rejuvenate the mind, body, and spirit. In fact, Firestone's enthusiasm for camping was so contagious that he even organized special train excursions for underprivileged children, introducing them to the joys of nature. He believed that camping could instill values such as self-reliance, resourcefulness, and respect for the environment in these children. The Vagabonds' camping trips weren't merely about escaping the hustle and bustle of city life. They were also about forging an unbreakable bond among its members. The challenges they faced while camping, such as pitching tents, cooking meals, and navigating uncharted territories, created a sense of camaraderie that transcended their social and professional differences. It was during these trips that they shared stories, jokes, and personal experiences, creating lasting memories that solidified their friendship. Moreover, these camping trips were not without their fair share of interesting encounters. The Vagabonds' reputation preceded them, and soon their adventures started attracting curious onlookers and aspiring adventurers. In fact, in 1921, the group's camping trip took an unexpected turn when they were joined by none other than U.S. President Warren G. Harding, the president. Eager to experience the camaraderie and adventure of the Vagabonds, accompanied the group on their expedition. This marked a significant moment in the history of the camping club, as it was the first time a sitting president had participated in such a casual and unconventional outing. Harding's decision to camp with the Vagabonds was not merely a spontaneous adventure. It reflected a deliberate effort on his part to connect with ordinary Americans and showcase his down-earth persona. At a time when presidents were often seen as distant and aloof figures, Harding's participation in the Vagabonds camping trips presented a refreshing change. It humanized him in the eyes of the public and reinforced the image of a president who was approachable and shared the interests of the common man. During the trip, Harding enthusiastically participated in various outdoor activities, from hiking and fishing to cooking meals around the campfire. He seemed genuinely at ease in the company of the Vagabonds, enjoying the simplicity and camaraderie of the camping experience. Harding's presence also brought a sense of novelty to the group. As the leader of the free world, he had access to resources and security measures that were not available to ordinary campers. However, he chose to forego these luxuries, opting instead to immerse himself fully in the camping experience. This particular camping trip with Harding was filled with memorable moments. From the thrill of exploring new landscapes to the warmth of sharing stories around the campfire, it was an opportunity for the president to relax, unwind, and connect with his fellow campers on a more personal level. Harding's participation in the Vagabonds camping trips left a lasting impression on those who had the privilege of meeting him. His genuine enthusiasm for the outdoors and his ability to connect with people from all walks of life were evident during those trips. Unfortunately, Harding's presidency was cut short by his untimely death in office in 1923. However, the memory of his time spent with the Vagabonds, particularly his 1921 camping trip, continued to inspire awe and admiration in those who knew him. Calvin Coolidge, the 30th President of the United States, was known for his quiet demeanor and folksy wisdom. In 1923, Coolidge decided to embark on a camping adventure with his friend, Harvey Firestone, and the rest of the Vagabonds. The setting was the beautiful Lake Oromie near Ottawa, Canada, and the purpose, a relaxing getaway amidst the serene natural surroundings. Coolidge's participation in the Vagabonds camping trip was a testament to his love for the outdoors and his desire to connect with people outside the realm of politics. During the trip, Coolidge actively engaged in various camping activities, from setting up tents to fishing in the lake. He seemed content to leave the pressures of the White House behind and enjoy the simplicity of life as a camper. As the President of the United States, Coolidge had access to the finest accommodations and amenities. However, he willingly chose to rough it out in a tent. Foregoing the comforts of his presidential suite for the tranquility of nature, this demonstrated his genuine appreciation for the outdoors and his ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Coolidge's presence at the camping trip undoubtedly added a touch of formality to the proceedings. Secret Service agents were likely not far behind, ensuring the president's safety at all times. Nevertheless, Coolidge managed to maintain a relaxed and approachable demeanor. Chatting with fellow campers and sharing stories around the campfire, it was during this camping trip that Coolidge had the opportunity to unwind and connect with his friends in a more informal setting. Away from the prying eyes of the media and the demands of his office, the president was able to relax and enjoy the beauty of his surroundings. The peaceful setting of Lake Oromie provided the perfect backdrop for such a retreat, allowing Coolidge to recharge and return to his duties, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. The 1923 camping trip with the Vagabonds stands out as a significant moment in Coolidge's presidency. It offered a glimpse into the personal side of the often stoic and reserved leader. Showcasing his love for nature and his ability to connect with people beyond his political circle, the trip also highlighted the camaraderie and sense of adventure that defined the Vagabonds. A group of friends who found solace and joy in the great outdoors. Join us next time for more tales of Ford, Edison, and Firestone's thrilling escapades and the legendary figures they encountered on their epic camping adventures. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be notified of our latest video.